Howdy, everybody. All right, we're going to do a speed round instruction on week 3 assignment, writing your resume. So here's the information on the assignment. Remember, there's the instructions up top, and then down below is the rubric, and that's what I use to grade the assignment. So I'm going to get right to it. So it wants you to basically create the exact same document here that they have here. And I'm going to follow the steps here. So I've already downloaded the raw document. And what it says is you use 14-point Cambria for the title, 12-point Cambria for the subheadings. And so what I'm going to do is highlight everything here, do a 12-point. I'm going to do Cambria. And I'm going to do this one at 14 points for the heading. I'll do that as Cambria as well. Another thing I could have done is highlighted all the text. That's Control A to highlight all the text if you want. So again, Control A will do that. So that one is checked off. And if Cambria is not available, you can use an alternate font. Complete a spell and grammar check. Now, this is where it gets a little bit different. So my version of Word, which is the newest version of Word, it no longer has the little spell check option. So in the older version, here's an older version of Word. If I go to Home, there is not an option here either. But if I go to Review, there is spelling and grammar over here, and it'll check the document for spelling and grammar. So if you're using, I think, 2016, that's where you're going to find it in Review and Spelling and Grammar. And then the version that I'm using, it's located under Editor. It'll do spelling and grammar for you. So we've already taken care of that. So now moving on to the next steps. Apply paragraph shading as shown in the example. So you just want to shade. And basically, I'm going to start separating out the content of the document to look exactly like this real quick, okay? So I'm going to underline this one. I'm going to center it. I'm going to come to shading here under paragraph. I've already kind of got it pre-programmed in there for what I want. I already chose that color. Then we're going to separate column real quick. One thing that you can do here in this section, rather than putting page breaks in between, is that you can just change the paragraph to be double spaced. And this one is going to be centered as well, if I remember correctly. And this one does have shading. Hey, I guessed correctly. What do you know? One in a row. And I'm going to make sure we have correct spacing here. I'm just doing carriage returns to make sure that everything is spaced out properly. You notice that it is now spaced out properly. I'm going to add bold to the titles here. So I'm going to highlight it. Control B will do bold, or you can come up here and hit the little bold button. So if I highlight the entire text, hit bold, that does the same thing. So I like to do things a little bit quicker. I use the keyboard, so I'm going to do Control B. And then it wants us to put bullets here and indent that item. So you should normally, and it is always good, are not going to be separated by that. And they're going to be bullets. So, you know, there's a bullet for that guy. Oops, sorry, I put it in the wrong spot. There we go, bullet on that one, a bullet on that one. And then we're just going to indent this guy. And I press the little indent button here up in the paragraph section. I'm going to give it one more carriage return there. Notice we're getting really close here to exactly what this is asking for. And I think it wants these italicized. That's one thing I forgot to do. Control I will do italicized, or you can highlight, do the little italicized there. So I'm just going to do Control I, speed things up. And there we go. Let's make sure that I hit all of the items that are requested. I applied the shading, title, and bold at the bottom. Applied the bottom border. I did bold for the headings and italicized and applied the bullets. And then you just save it with the appropriate name. That is the speed round for the how to write your resume for week 3.